Okay, in this video, we're going to do the Python process scores assignment here. And the scenario is you have a text file that contains a bunch of scores separated by spaces. And the first thing I would like you to do is to create a file that contains 24 scores. And when you add them all up, it equals 800, and the average is 33.33. Okay, then write a program called a7.py that asks for the name of the file, and then it displays out the number of scores, the total of all the points, and the average score per score. All right, so I think I'm going to use Visual Studio Code, and let's see, this is what I was just doing before. Let me get rid of this. And let me so I'm going to create a new folder here called process scores. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to grab the path and go here and do cd the path, and there I am, and I'm going to do code.period, and Visual Studio Code opens up. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is this figuring out this file that's got 24 scores, totaling 800, and the average is 33.33. Well, let's see. To do that, I think I'm going to open up Excel. And it turns out that if you let's do 24 scores. Let's do 800 equals 800 divided by 24. That value is 33.33. So if we go down and do 24 of these from 1 to 24, and we add this up, sum equals sum of this, we should get 800. Okay, so let's make some of these numbers a little bit nicer. Let's do 33 16 times, and let's do 34 8 times. And we see that the sum is also 800, and the sum divided by the count of this is, of course, the average, 33.33, or I can do equals average. All right, so anyway, these numbers are fine. I don't need to be any fancier than this, so let me copy this. Copy, and let's go to, let's pull up a notepad or something. Here we go. Let me paste this. What does it look like when it's pasted? Oh, okay. Can I, how do I, can I select the line feed and get rid of the line feeds? Let's see. Find, find \n, \n, and put a space, regular expression, just this one. That didn't work. Let me just do this. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to save this. Let me go to Visual Studio now. We should be up. And the first thing I'm going to make is my string. What should be scores1.txt? Scores1.txt. Let me paste this in here. Copy. And here. And let me save as scores1.txt. Very good. And let me create another file here now called a7.py. New file. And I'm going to save as a7.py. And the first thing I'm going to do is it's got to ask these questions. Ask this question. Enter file name. So, file name. File name. Input. Enter a file name. Enter a file name. Something like that. And then we want to have a file handle equals open file name, comma, read only. And then we want to read in the string of scores. Scores string equals file handle dot read. And then we want to split scores equals scores string split. And I can just do that because it's splitting by space. And so now I can figure out what the number of scores is. Num equals, actually I can just do this, print there are len scores. Now we're going to want to total up the scores, and then we're going to want to count. Actually, we are going to want to know this len because we're going to want to use this as the divisor when we're figuring out the average. So I'm going to num. And just before that, I'm going to go num equals that. All right. Let's see if this works. Save. And I'm going to run it. Run. Scores1.txt. There are 24 scores. Very good. Looks good. All right, so let's keep moving here. Next, we're going to want to total up the number of scores, or total up the sum of all the scores. So I'm just going to do tot equals 0, start out with that. And I'm going to for each s in scores. I want to print that dude out. Do I need to print it out? Well, I think I will print it out now just to see what it looks like. And then I'm going to do this comma end equals space. And then I'm going to do tot equals float s, convert it into floating point number. And then when I'm done, I'm going to do print just it was on a line there, and I'm going to do print the total is comma tot, and then I'm going to figure out what the average is, and it's avg equals tot divided by num, and I can say print the average. The average is avg. All right, this just might work. Let's try it out. Start debugging. Oops, hold on. I didn't save it, did I? Let me stop this. Let's see what happens when I run it. I don't think it's going to do anything. Scores 1.txt. Ah, it did work. Okay, so that. Now, how do I make it so it only does 3 digits? Well, there's a bunch of ways I can do it. I can do this. How about times 100 int divided by 100. Let's see what this looks like. scores.1.txt. Okay, that looks better. All right, well, anyway, so then what we would do is we would save this, make sure it's all saved up, save everything and exit. And we can go down here, go down here, go down here, go down here. Here we are, and let's go up one. It's this thing, do a right click, send to compressed folder. It ends up being this thing here. And we can open this up and do a browse. And we want the process scores.zip. And we can then submit. And there we go. All right, hope this helps. Thanks for watching.